This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
On first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. And he drops back in the gun, fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Offense gifted with great starting field position for this drive. Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Now, it wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Here's the 2nd down play. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. He'll toss it to the back, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And they're able to tackle on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Grab made by the tight end. Tackle at the 35, good enough for a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Well, the last time they played, Kirk, one of the sweetest moments in the long Iron Bowl history for the Auburn fans as they hammered the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, every single possession, they seem to come up with big plays, not just blowing Alabama out, which is a game you never forget, but it was the explosive plays that really stand out in my mind.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Working his way inside the 15. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, that is a first down and a definitive way of getting a good push up front. And this back, I tell you, every single year on the Plains, Auburn always has a great back, and this guy is no different.
As a design quarterback keeper. Picks up the first, looking for more. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn.
What an extra dimension to this offense when you can pull a quarterback design run and not just pick up 5 or 6 yards, but a big gain and a touchdown. This guy is special.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Number 12, set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Alabama comes over the line quickly. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Good enough for first down yardage.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Receiver makes the grab.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Pass complete, and second down now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Five-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 now. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the wideout goes in motion. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. There's such a living history to this rivalry game, Kirk. They began playing back in 1893 and so many dramatic chapters since then.
You know, growing up in the Big Ten region, I always had an appreciation for the Iron Bowl, watching Auburn and Alabama every year. But really, it wasn't until 1996, my first year on College Game Day, when you and I were down there, watched it firsthand. It was my first experience in seeing it. And there's just nothing like watching Auburn and Alabama in person.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The catch is made inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama. Strong game by this quarterback. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Scored a touchdown. Can they keep flicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Looking to throw it on first down. Using his legs on the scramble. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. And now the handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Picks up 7. That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. For Alabama, 14. Auburn, 7.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A quick throw out left, complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Auburn now operating in the red zone. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Woods. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. First and goal, Auburn.
The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. They'll run it to the left. And that run produces a decent gain.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Stop for no gain defense. Very stubborn here down near the goal line.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the extra point was up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The Alabama offense onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. You start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a 1st down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
He hands it off from the gun. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Well, the defense got out-muscled at the point of attack there, and the back showed good vision to get to the hole and get the first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to run it. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
It's an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught in the flat by the running back. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense shoots itself in the foot. It's 1st and 15. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Second down.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. The quarterback's got it on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
You get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play. Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll pick up the first down. Stopped at the 27.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Movement here from the tight end. Play action here on first down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Pulls it in. It's Woods. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Kurt, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Catch made on the right side. He has first down yardage at the 46. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. One play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That ball snagged for a completion. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Finds his man. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. This one is right through. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off and begin the second half. And he comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The ball is caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Second down after that completion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fights off a defender. Running past the 45. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Wagner. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Alabama now operating in the red zone. The shotgun run call. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on 3rd down now? Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Receiver makes the catch. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Touchdown, tie. That puts him on top in the second half. Here comes the point after attempt. PAT puts him up 3. The kickoff team on the field now is set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. Offense back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
For a 1st down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Woods. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. And looking for a big play here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Grab down the middle. It's Wagner. Second down play coming up for this offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Toss play to the outside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. The fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Is back out on the field now. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Offense getting set. It's second down. That's a design quarterback keeper. Looks like Auburn will have the first down.
With the quarterback. Picks up 3. And first down for the offense.
First and 10 play coming up. And there's the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on first and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on second inches.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. gain makes it second and medium. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Amatova. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline, waiting for your turn to get another chance.
And brought down at the line by that big defensive tackle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Auburn 28, Alabama 24.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch made on the left side. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Chris, we don't want to make a story when there's not one, but let's not forget, this guy threw a couple picks last week. He looked a little uncomfortable. Today, he not only looks more comfortable, he's got a nice lead.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
So it's 1st and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. This drive has already taken more than 3 minutes off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Auburn. Still no answer for this offense.
Touchdown, Auburn. Number 17 in the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter.
That makes the score Auburn.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Defense is coming after him. And a sophomore making an impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So from the 18-yard line, it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. On the run here, taking a deep shot. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Just ran away from the defense. So here we go, 4th quarter. We've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
The PAT doesn't do much good, so they'll set up for the 2-point conversion, trying to cut the lead to a field goal here in the late going. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. And he stopped short. The try fails, and they don't cut it to a field goal margin. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here?
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the 4th quarter, force them to use all their timeouts and just keep working that clock.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Down he goes, a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on 3rd down and long, trying to pick up the 1st down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now 4th down and long with the lead. Tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
Onto the field. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Snags a quick throw. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. It's pulled in. Completion on a diving catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They're going to run the option. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd down.
He's got it near the end zone. Brought down just short of the end zone. Will be 1st and goal from the 1. He reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? First and goal. Can the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the 4th quarter? And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? And that's how the quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Alabama. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
They find a way to get this ball into the end zone, and again, this offense comes through. Late in the game like this, up by 1, you got to go for 2 here to make this a 3-point lead.
What have they got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And this is caught. Smart call there to go for 2 and make it a 3-point game in the late stages. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. We'll call for the fair catch here. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. So here we go. It could come down to this possession, Kirk. Sets up as a potential classic finish.
Well, Chris, after everything that's going on in this field in a rivalry game, if you're a quarterback, this is what you dream about. Having the ball in your hands with a chance to lead your team down and potentially win this game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. Pass caught. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Toss play, running right. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch, and get a little bit closer to the marker.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
But to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
So here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw for the first down. Fourth down completion to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here comes a handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Can he take it all the way? Finally able to take him down, but that's it.